Valentine's Day, President's Day, and Chinese New Year is the year of the horse. Let me talk about some deals that I've been able to find, discover, and were pointed out for me. You don't have to buy any of this crap. Most of these links are affiliate links, and these are things that I've tested or I've had in the past and have since given away. Gear 8 Hero Clips. I buy these all the time. I've been buying these things for multiple years. This is not my first rodeo. I know that if you have bags, sling bags, briefcases, any diaper bags, anything that you don't want to be on the floor, I'm telling you, get yourself some Hero Clips. You will thank me later. This is a pretty good deal, 15% off, normally $36.42. You can get yourself a 2-pack for $31. They also seem to have other deals on if you buy them in singles or whatever. This is the size that I recommend the most, which is medium. Medium is going to be able to hold approximately 60 pounds. Maybe you get yourself a large if you really want to try one out. But at a minimum, you should at least have yourself some medium Hero Clips at your ready, especially if you're a person that likes to carry bags. Let's talk about the Olight Baton 4. This is a little bit long in the tooth. I reviewed this flashlight probably 2 or 3 years ago, and they have not come out with the Baton 5 yet. But this is a great flashlight. And of course, you can get the charging case if you really want to, but this on its own is going to come with its Olight's proprietary MCC charger. It has a max of 1300 lumens, a beam distance of 170. It's kind of like a floody spot mix. This is a great everyday carry light, okay? You want to be able to use this to stick on surfaces because it has a magnetic base. I love the OD green. That's what drew my attention for this specific deal. And particularly, they tend to run this deal whenever there's some type of big deal going on. If you look here, it was this price in late January. So normally it does kind of hover around its normal price. So this is an opportunity for you to grab it and instead of having to wait around until they have their next sale. Normally $55, $43.99 makes it 20% off. That's a buy it now price. Pelican's having a sale on all sorts of stuff. You got to remember, Pelican cases are made here in the USA. Some of their accessories are made in Taiwan and stuff like that, but their cases made in the USA, this is your opportunity. I would highly recommend getting yourself like an 1170. It's going to be a good case. Like if you want to take one weapon to the range, you want to have foam with it. This is a great case to start off with. If you already know about Pelican, you already know what the deal is. You can't go wrong with like a 1650 here on the right side of my screen. Normally $482, bumping this thing down to $322, 33% off. That is definitely a buy it now price. I will 100% recommend if you wanted to get something like that to snatch that thing up. The Eberlestock now. Eberlestock, the Fade Flex. They just came out with the Fade Flex Micro. They have the standard size here, normally $79, $67. That is 15% off. That's bigger than the discount I can even get you. The Micro itself is not on sale. It's its normal price. It does have a 10% clickable coupon, but you can get 10% off most days with my coupon on their website. So a 15% off deal on the standard. I've done a review on this bag. Great everyday carry bag if you want to fanny pack your CCW, crossbody your CCW, however you want to carry it. This thing is definitely capable of carrying like a Gen 5 or Gen 6 Glock. And it's just a very, very capable loadout. Normally $79, $67, 15% off. That is a buy it now price as well. Now, specifically, I wanted to point out the 1170 when it came to Pelican. The Pelican cases, what I like about them so much is that they are super versatile. If you want to use this for tools, if you want to use it for weapons, you want to use it for any type of your multimeters or whatever, easy recommendation for doing stuff like that. This one used to be $76, $79. It doesn't really live at $76. You can normally get it for like $69, giggity. But $55.21 makes it 28% off. That's a buy it now price. The Olight Seeker 4 Pro. The Seeker 4 Pro is a light that has grown on me in the last couple of years. It seems to be only the OD green is on sale, the best color anyway. 20% off, normally $139.99. $111 is a good price. I've seen it go down as low as $105. That's a good deal as well. What I like about this is that this thing has a holster, which you can mount this holster to the wall or to a surface in your vehicle or to whatever. It has a lockable switch. It has a very tactile, dimmable switch in the middle there, which makes it easy to use. I actually really, really like the Seeker 4. When I first reviewed it, I didn't like it as much as the Warrior X. Now that I've had a lot of time with it, I comfortably put this in one of my survival kits. The only thing about this is it does use a proprietary battery. and a proprietary charger. So you're not going to be able to throw any 21700 battery you want in there, and you're not going to be able to charge this with USB Type-C. Hopefully the next model does have that. Other than that, great buy it now price, especially if you're already into Olights. 4600 lumens on that high output is the key highlight feature of that bad boy. The Streamlight ProTac 2AX. This is the 270 lumen version, which is going to come with two AA rechargeable AA batteries. If you want to get the one that has the larger USB-C rechargeable one, it's going to cost you a little bit more. This thing has been out for a long time. Great flashlight for everyday care. If you're okay with a flashlight that's a little bit longer, it's okay. 270 lumens, great for being able to look inside of a breaker box, look underneath a vehicle, and still illuminate the path in front of you while you're walking, maybe picking up some crap off the ground if you walk your dog. If you get the one with the rechargeable battery, that's going to have more lumen output, about 550 lumens. This is just a banger from Streamlight. It's 10 tap programmable, meaning that if you want it to come on low, you can program that. If you wanted to come on high, you can program that. That's what the key features of the 10 tap system that comes in from Streamlight. Normally $49.99. $38 is a buy it now price, 23% off. Let me see how much the rechargeable version is. Okay, so the rechargeable version seems to be its normal price. You can get the version with the alkaline batteries, and what you can do is you can eventually get yourself the rechargeable battery if it goes on sale, just to see if you like it and all of that good stuff as well. The Eberlestock, this is the Fade Sling. The Fade Sling XL just came out, okay? So this is the standard version. Let me see if the XL is on sale. No, it's not. It's $149 with a 10% coupon. So that's not bad. But the standard version is currently $101, 15% off, normally $119, plus a 10% coupon on top of that. So get yourself another $11 off. That's a great price, buy it now price. My recommendation is if you can get it in the black or the OD green, I would go with that. This is a fantastic sling. It's ambidextrous, and it does have 3 attachments in the back so that you can almost put this in like one shoulder backpack mode. Very, very well thought out. They definitely thought about left-handed and right-handed shooters when they built this bag. This is really good for if you want to carry like an iPad 11-inch maximum. This is going to be perfect for that. So you definitely might want to snatch that up as well. Let's talk about the Nitecore EDC23. This is probably one of their most EDC-friendly sized flashlights, 2,500 lumen output. Now, you're only going to get 2,500 lumens for about 10 to 15 seconds because this thing is so small, it would overheat if it maintained 2,500 lumens for a long time. But it does have this great OLED screen. You can set what mode you want before you turn it on. My biggest complaint about these Olight EDC flashlights is that this switch on the side, if you don't use this every day, it does not have a label that tells you what's the lock position and what's not the lock position. That's a very easy solution for next when they make a next iteration of this. They have that symbol on the EDC23. I'm hoping they bring that on this one. Other than that, this thing is fantastic. Normally $75, $59.96 is a buy it now price, 81% claim. You might want to get that while you still can. Let's talk about some of these like utility blades that look like pocket knives. I like the way these are working. If you're the type of person that uses a utility blade a lot, you're always breaking down pallets, you're always opening boxes, you cut stuff a ton with utility blades, and you don't want to use your very nice knife to do that. These things make you still feel like you got a traditional pocket knife in your pocket, but with the interchangeable utility blade that you can pick up from Ace Hardware or Home Depot or from Amazon for that purpose. Normally $41, 10% off makes this $37.79 only for the OD green color. I don't know what's up with the OD green color. We're getting a lot of love and hate all together today. Ambidextrous, you can switch the pocket clip around. It comes with tweezers if you really want to use those. And so G10 scales on this bad boy, so you can use that as well. So the thing about this is I like these because you can just use and abuse the blade and swap it out. Not worried about sharpening it, all of that good stuff. I have a version of this from CJRB. I would take this one from Kizer as well. I'm going to show you an Ekster deal here on Amazon, and I'm going to show you their website here in a second as well. Specifically, the aluminum version of their card holder in their Card Holder Pro. This is normally $99. Right now, it's on sale for $77. That's a buy it now price. You're going to be able to get between like 4 to 12 cards inside of this thing. The very back of it is expandable. So if you want to put additional cards back there, this plate, the reason it has that Ekster logo on this plate, because that's another layer of RFID blocking. So if the cards inside just don't quite fit, you can stick a card back here and it still has that blocking technology. Multiple colors. I particularly am very, very fancy to the carbon forged. That's only 10% off. If you're okay with like the green, or if you want to get any of these other colors, every color is not on sale, but the OG black is, and I think that that's a good price if you want to snatch it up and you don't want the hassle of their website. You can just buy it on Amazon. Now, I want to talk about, there's a lot of knives. This is the Chinese New Year. It's actually tomorrow, and it's the year of the horse. A lot of these Chinese knife makers are having sales in celebration of that. They're not openly advertising it as that because we Americans quite frankly don't care about the Chinese New Year, but they are celebrating it. And so this is a #1 new release in pocket knives, and I have it right here. The crazy thing is I did not think I was going to like this so much, but I do kind of mess with this thing. This is the Remette Camel, and the thing about this thing is it does have a liner lock, but it's accessed via a button at the top. So it makes you feel like you have a button lock, which you don't, but it's accessed through a liner. It has a thumb hole. It has a flipper in the back. It has a great ergonomic shape, G10 scales, very, very sharp, D2 blade steel, $37. That's pretty good. Its MSRP is like 41. 37 is already a good deal, but then they have a clickable coupon to make it $33.97, and then you could even shop some more qualified items to get another 10% off. This is a great new release from Remette. I think they're doing some great things. They make great high-end knives. This is a great budget banger. I think this is the great secondary version of the Remette Rhinoceros, which I recommended as my budget knife for years and years and years. I think this is going to be my new recommendation for a budget banger, other than going with like a Civivi or something like that. I like this knife a ton. I've had a chance to test it out for well over a week and a half, and I can easily recommend it. There's a lot of other knives from Kizer, CJRB, Artisan Cutlery. You can go just check out Amazon. There's too many to talk about. I just want to talk about that #1 new release. My favorite portable charger right now has to be the MagSafe the Ice Mag 3. This is coming from Sharge, and the thing about this thing is a quieter fan and now has a built-in USB-C cable, and it charges up to 25 watts with Qi 2 technology. So you can definitely get maximum usage for your iPhones. If you have I have a Google Pixel Pro 9 Pro XL, I get 22 watts out of when I'm charging it. I've kind of tested that out. I have an iPhone 13. Also, it doesn't do 25 watts, but Mrs. X has an iPhone Air. It gets 25 watts whenever I'm using the MagSafe charging capability of this thing. Normally $79. This has a clickable coupon, which brings it down to $67.97. And then you get a free item. Okay, so make sure you click the button that says free item. The benefit item is a charging cable. Now, the thing about using this charging cable, it's 3.9 feet, so 4 feet, 100 watt output. It's normally $15, so it's like you're getting an additional $15 off of that thing. But the thing about this particular model is it does have a USB-C port on the side, and the USB-C port on the side, you can use that to output. So, of course, you can use the built-in USB-C cable, but you can also use that USB-C port on the side to output. So that cable that you're getting for free, you get an additional version right there on the bottom left there, that little silver thing, that's the USB-C port. This is a great deal. So it's as if you're getting this thing for, in essence, for like $55-ish because of that free cable. That's a really good deal. I would say buy it now as well. Grayl is having a sale right now. They're not actually having a sale on the base model GeoPress. What they're doing is if you buy a GeoPress, if you use the code NESTED, they're going to give you a free nesting cup. These nesting cups are good because you can use these over a fire. Okay, so these things are normally $29. This is a very good deal because it's as if you're getting $30 off the GeoPress, which these things are normally $99. So I would say definitely that's a buy it now price. Add that to your survival kit. These little nesting cups are really good. If you want to be able to use these on a direct fire or a fire that's putting off heat and just kind of warm up a stew or some water or whatever, why not just go for it? And of course, A lot of deals are coming. Even if you get the higher end models, you get free cooking lids and stuff like that. But the GeoPress, great. They have a 6-year shelf life if you don't use them. They have over 300 presses for each. And these things, they actually purify 99.9% of toxins and bacteria out of the water. And so they have to do 99.9% because there's some type of something on this planet we haven't discovered yet. So they don't want to say 100%, but it's fantastic. So go for that as well. I think you're going to like that. Keep that a part of your survival kit. Let's talk about Premier Body Armor. They're having a 10% off the entire website if you use the code POTUS. Okay, it is President's Day. But there are even select items, which I'll show you here in a second, that are up to 20% off. They're trying to get rid of some stock. The one thing I would say, if you're unsure what the hell to buy on Premier Body Armor's website, I would always recommend getting their bulletproof laptop case. This thing has it can take a round up to like a 45, like a 1911 type of round, a 40 caliber, all that type of stuff. You can put this in your backpack with a laptop. It gives you that much more protection. Put it in your kid's backpack. You know, some states like New York, you can't have body armor, right? But I think, check your local laws before you believe some guy on the internet. I think this is a little bit different, okay? Where I think you can actually take this. This is level 3A armor, and you can use this and put this in your bags. It's really, really good just to have that extra level of protection. Now, if you want to see some of their stuff they're trying to clearance out, these are 20% off some of these. These are the Vertx Ready Pack 3.0, which is the older version of the Vertx bags. They had the Vertx Gamut 3.0, the older version. You can get 20% off the 3.0. This is the older version. You see they're almost out. They don't have any greens left. They don't have any tans left. They have the black. Click this coupon here, 20% off. They're trying to get rid of it because they're trying to get new stock from Vertx. This is a good opportunity for you to get some more plates. Maybe you get yourself a combo kit or something like that. That's a great opportunity to snatch that up just in case you want it. Blade HQ is also having a President's Day sale. What they're doing here, some items are organically on sale, but if you spend $65 and you put the code Rushmore in your cart, you're going to get a Rough Rider, a free Rough Rider mini Congress in a penny. So you get a penny, a brand new, like uncirculated penny, plus a mini Rough Rider knife. Make sure you put the code Rushmore into your cart. One thing that jumped out at me is this Gerber stakeout tool, the very first one right here. This is a great deal because I own this thing. I don't like it per se, but if you're the type of person that does a lot of camping, you're outdoors a lot, this actually is a good deal for you. It has a ferrule rod and striker. It has a stake puller. So if you're putting up stakes all the time, whether you're putting up like a gazebo type of thing that at shade at a football game or whatever, this pulls stakes very, very easily. Has a crappy pair of scissors. I do not like these scissors, but everything else on here is actually pretty functional. So I'm just kind of giving you a warning. You're not going to like the scissors. At least I don't like them, but everything else about this is pretty good to go. Now, one thing also that I use all the time. I love these walkers, razors, electronic muffs. These things have a built-in microphone so that you can talk at a normal volume and not sound like a crazy guy. But as soon as it hears decibels above 24, it cuts on the noise it cuts on the actual earmuff functionality of it for the ear protection. That means you can have a normal conversation like I'm talking right now, and as soon as it hears a gunshot over 24 decibels, it cuts it out. I used this the other day with my SDS Max hammer talking to my daughters. They were wearing earmuffs. They didn't have mics. I did. They were yelling like crazy people. Listen, it does have the desert the Warrior Desert print on there. No one cares at the range when I wear this. They think it's like whatever, okay? The one that's blue is on a bigger sale than the one that's pink. Me personally, I own the one that's blue. I think it's fine. It works for me. I would get that. I would get the stake out, and then I would add that code to my cart and get a free knife. The Vertx sale, they're having a 30% off some of their top sellers, and then they're having a sale on other items. Use the code PRES25. And you're going to get 30% off some of their top sellers. You're going to get 25% off some items, but everything is on some type of sale. This is basically their last day if you want to get this sale. So you get 25% off some eligible items, 30% off of Ghost items, which, mind you, Ghost just came out with a new color for some of their items. You might want to check that out. Then you get stuff off of their pants and their flannels as well. Let's look at the eligible items for 25% off. You get the everyday fanny, some of their trousers. You get the everyday fanny 2.1. You're also getting holsters. You're getting the Urban Ghost for 25% off. Just make sure you use that code and get that off. I've done a review video on a lot of these, and I'm telling you right now, you're going to be a big fan, especially of this Go series. 30% off using that same discount code. They just came out with the rudder green version of the sling. This green version getting grandpa excited. They kind of kept this thing hidden from your boy. I got the green version now. I initially had the gray. I like the way the green looks. I think you're going to like it a lot. Use that discount code to get a good deal on that as well. Let's talk about President's Day sale for the Pelican website. So on Amazon, they discount a lot of their items. On their website, they discount some of their newer items. Okay, so stuff that hasn't quite hit Amazon or has no discount on Amazon. Okay, so you can get 15% off of their protector and their storm cases. The thing about these protector and storm cases is that these things are very, very good if you're going to be putting these things in the rain. So if you're going to be putting these things through mud, dirt, or whatever. And I think that these are some fantastic cases to keep your rifles in, your weapons in, and just have peace of mind. And so that's something you're definitely going to check out. This is normally $341. This is down to $280. That's a very good sale as well, 15% off of there. If you want the foam version, if you want the non-foam version, it's sold out. So get it with foam. You're going to have to cut that foam out. That's the only part that kind of sucks, is cutting the foam to the shape that you want. But once you cut that thing into the shape that you want, it's very, very good to go. So check out Pelican if you want different cases than the ones that's on Amazon. Now, I talked about the Ekster, the one deal on Ekster for Amazon, but their website, oh, they're killing the deals. They're killing the deals. That same card holder that I showed you on Amazon for $77, on their website, $69. And if you want the pro version, $77. These things are fantastic. I told you I really like the forged carbon and stuff like that. These are fantastic. They just came out with the MagSafe one. This is not on sale, unfortunately, but the OG and the standard, those both are on sale, and they're fantastic. I just had Mrs. X use the travel vacuum kit. She took that with her to Atlanta. She's on a trip right now for cheerleading. She loves it because she can take this travel vacuum kit, and while they're there, they bought souvenirs. Now she can pack those souvenirs in her bag by shrinking them. That makes it so much easier to have unexpected items that you bought while on a trip, and she can put that into her carry-on, and she doesn't necessarily feel like she's missing out with the ability to carry her laptop and stuff like that. Lots of good deals on Ekster. Check them out. You might want to check out their Finder cards as well. Let's talk about Go Ruck and their President's Day sale. You're getting some basic Rucker. If you get the basic Rucker or any other type of Rucking, you're getting free plates with that. That's a great deal. Okay, so imagine you get yourself the basic Rucker for $120. You're going to get yourself free plates. Those are normally $59 value. So if you want to get into the rucking game, the word Go Ruck came from, if the gym is too crowded, just go ruck. That's where Go Ruck came from. And it has grown from there. A lot of other different deals as well. You have the 18-liter bullet ruck is on sale. You got some shoes on sale. The Ruck laptop, this thing is only $98. I don't know if this is a made in America or made in Vietnam Ruck, but it's an 18-liter or 16-liter bag, which is going to be good if you just want to carry like a bag. This is basically a smaller version of the GR1, and it's $98. I think that's a really good deal as well. You're still getting that great scars guarantee. The thing I like about that scars guarantee is that, say, for instance, you buy a Go Ruck bag, and in the future, you're like, you know what, I like this bag a lot, but I really wish it had a pass-through for luggage. You can send your bag to Go Ruck, pay them money, but they will add like a pass-through for luggage. They will add shoulders. They will add like a chest cinch. They will add different features that you really wish you had. Like, hey, I really wish I had a water bottle pocket. You can send it to them and let them just add it to your bag. So I like that because of the type of stuff that they're doing with the SCARS program as well. Nitecore is going to be having a sale. They got 15% off select items. Use the code President26. This is a good opportunity. If you've had your eye on a flashlight, you've really been wanting to check it out. Normally, I can only get you 10% off. 15% off is the time to just go ahead and buy it now. May I suggest to you, get yourself a gun light. There's an opportunity to get a gun light. This is a really good gun light at 900 lumens, the MPL 25, normally $89. 15% off, that makes it a buy it now price. I have this right now on my Beretta PX4 Storm. I'm about to take it off because I have a new Olight to test on that weapon, but this is my normal go-to. Olight might be replacing it forever, but this is my go-to right now on my PX4 Storm. And then we got to talk about finally the Valentine's Day sale for home in Hadfield. This sale has been crazy successful. A lot of different deals coming out. I wasn't going to talk about it, and then I realized some of these deals are actually really good, really good. Behind me right now is the Armada. You can't really see it, but that case back there that's open with the purple blanket underneath of it, that is the Armada. Normally $525. It's on sale for $420. This thing can hold up to 50 knives. I have in it right now probably like 40 knives. I've given away a bunch of knives recently. It's great. You can put your favorite knives on top to display. You can put other items in the second drawer, the third drawer. It's just good. I have multi-tools in there. I have knives. I have it in black. I think it looks good in black in a lot of different areas. If you already have the darker wood tones, and get yourself the walnut or whatever, but either one of those, you're going to be a big fan of those as well. Other stuff on here like the watch winder, there's a lot of good deals. Some of the stuff is already sold out, so I'll just link this up down below to see if any of that is interesting to you. Hey, comment down below. What did I miss? I know there's a lot of good President's Day deals that I probably missed. I saw some stuff for Leatherman that looked interesting. It looks like Benchmade's doing some free customization for some of their items. Field Notes, Lockbee, there's just so much. But these are ones that were my favorite that I wanted to highlight to you guys. First time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.